Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Brunk's Room. This week we're going to be spending some time learning about Westward expansion. The set of notes that you're going to be working on for the entire week is this set, American History, 1789-1860. We already completed the part about the Louisiana Purchase. We already completed the part about slavery and the Underground Railroad. Last week we completed the part on the Mexican-American War, and we are moving down to our final box. So all of your notes this week are going to be taking place here in this space provided, right? You can use the columns here around the border, the perimeter, and you're going to be filling in some stuff in on the map as we do some readings and watch some brain pops this week. For your final assignment this week, I'm going to have you submit a picture of the notes that we work on together. Let's go ahead and get started here. All right, you have a map here, and of course, it's of a very famous route to the west, right? And this route became known as the Oregon Trail. The Oregon Trail. Of course, they were headed out here to the Oregon Territory. At the time, it wasn't a state, but this whole area out here was referred to as the Oregon Territory, and it was contested land between us and the British. But very soon, we're going to have enough settlers out here and pioneers out here that this will be brought in as part of the United States. But back in the early 1800s, this was the Oregon Territory. How about some years here? Do you see these two blank spots? We're going to put the years. Now, these years aren't precise because, ever since we got, married, the states made the United States of America and formed that marriage. Under the Constitution, people pushed into the West, right? But it really heated up. Like this route west was prominent during, ready, the years 1830 to 1860. So those 30 years is when the Oregon Trail, as we imagine it, mostly existed. Why did people stop taking the Oregon Trail west after the year 1860? I'm going to teach you guys about that basically after our Civil War unit, but it had a lot to do with a brand new method of traveling west. And I'm going to teach you in a couple units about this thing called the Transcontinental Railroad, right? That was built across the Great Plains, through the Rockies. And so by the late 1860s, people had the option of riding a train for 7 days instead of in a wagon train. So obviously they're going to take that. We'll learn more about that later. 1830 to 1860 is a good ballpark when you think about the Oregon Trail. The last blank over here and here, we're going to wait till next week to fill out, so you do not have to do that yet. It should be the Oregon Trail, 1830 to 1860. And then as we do our readings over this week, we're going to be doing some stuff on this map and doing some stuff around the edges too. Can I give y'all a helpful hint for this week's work? Because I'm about to, we're done with this episode. We're going to do some readings this week. You need to do the readings along with me. And you need to play the audio that I've provided, because as you read the articles and as I read them aloud to you in the audio, I'm going to give you some verbal instructions. In other words, I'm going to tell you what to do on your notes. If you don't do the reading with me and you don't follow along, you're not going to know what to do, and your notes will not be complete to submit a good picture at the end of the week. So be sure you do all the steps and you do them in order. And I hope you guys have a great week of school. Work hard. And I don't have a lot for you this week. It's pretty simple, but it should be some pretty fun stuff. Have a great week of school. See you soon.